Hey there, focused learners, and welcome to today's explainer. We are looking at a brand new update that's going to absolutely grab your attention if you spend any amount of time navigating the massive digital world of Roblox. We're looking at the latest data drop for Roblox King Legacy. And, we aren't just looking at any old update here. We are looking at the absolute ultimate gamer desire highlighted right at the top of our source material, getting free stuff. Okay, let's dive into this. So, this brings us to the fundamental question that pretty much drives this entire ecosystem, right? How do you actually get free cash and gems? Just let that question hang in the air for a second. The source material totally doesn't bury the lead here. It specifically highlights this exact pursuit as the core objective for players. This isn't about, grinding for hours on end or just crossing your fingers for a random drop. No way. This is about a direct, guaranteed path to the exact in-game resources you want most. All right, Section 1, the quest for free cash. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer power of those four words staring back at us: free, cash, and gems. I mean, in the King Legacy universe, this phrase is literally the holy grail. Our source places these words front and center because they instantly command attention. You aren't just playing the game anymore. You are actively optimizing your whole experience when you lock down these two specific assets. It's kind of an obsessive pursuit for any dedicated player, for sure. Let's actually break down these two specific rewards. We are talking about the ultimate King Legacy prizes here: free cash and free gems. When you read those words in the source text, man, you can almost feel the anticipation, right? Think about the pure joy of inputting a code and watching those numbers just instantly tick upwards on your screen. You've got cash to fuel your standard upgrades and purchases, and then gems, the premium currency, unlocking all those higher tier potentials within the game. The text promises both, right there side by side. Moving right along to Section 2, July 2026, active codes. Just look at that date for a second, July 2026. This isn't some general evergreen guide. It is a highly specific timestamp. In the fast-paced digital landscape of Roblox, precise timing is, well, absolutely everything. Information from last month? Ancient history. Information from next month? Literally doesn't exist yet. The source is anchoring us firmly in July 2026, giving us a reality check that opportunity in this game is strictly bound by the calendar. Which leads us to probably the single greatest phrase a player could ever hope to see: the active code. By definition, based on our source, an active code is a King Legacy code that currently yields free cash and gems. Notice that word, currently. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a glorious, shining state of being. But as we all know, it's highly temporary. When a code is labeled active, it's alive. It's basically a golden key just waiting to be turned in the lock. And this brilliantly illustrates the dramatic, super fleeting lifespan of these codes, exactly as outlined by the source material. Step 1, active status. Step 2, it yields that sweet, sweet cash and gems. Step 3, inevitable expiration. The text divides codes strictly into two camps, you guys: active and expired. There's zero middle ground here. The life cycle is rigid, and understanding this life cycle is literally the only way you stay ahead in the game. Which brings us to Section 3, the tragedy of expired codes. Let's move to and see how this builds our understanding of the game's economy through a really strict juxtaposition. On one side, you've got the active codes, bringing you free cash and gems, just pure utility, right? Then, on the other side, we have the expired codes, carrying that absolutely brutal label, "won't work anymore." It is such a stark contrast between total reward and just utter uselessness. The source text draws this line in the sand very, very clearly. I actually want to read you the exact quote from the text because it really captures the feeling perfectly. The following codes are expired and unfortunately won't work anymore. Listen to the heavy finality in that word, unfortunately. It's a tragic little word sitting right there in the data drop, totally acknowledging the heartbreak of the player who just missed the boat. Unfortunately won't work anymore. Unfortunately won't work anymore. Man, it is the most brutal, final sentence you can encounter when hunting for loot. Once that active window closes, the code becomes nothing more than a useless string of letters and numbers. The game has moved on, and it's left that specific opportunity behind forever. So the crucial point is that you've got to internalize these golden rules laid out in the July 2026 source text. Codes are completely temporary. Active status brings cash and gems. Expired codes give absolutely nothing. Acting swiftly is the one and only guaranteed way to succeed here. The source material isn't just handing you a list, it is teaching you a masterclass in digital economics. You absolutely have to strike while the iron is hot. I really want to leave you with this one final provocative thought. Will you claim your free cash and gems before the active becomes the expired? The clock is always ticking on these updates, guys. The data is right there. The July 2026 active list is waiting for you. Don't let your rewards slip into that tragic expired category. Get out there, hunt down those active codes, and claim what's yours right now. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy hunting.